Mema a good morning, Embra Original TV. And na ya wada, August da etoso dubako 2022 11th August. Yede nyame asese ode ye nkwa ache ye me ho ye pa me wa rechebu se wo so baby a wo hwe me fi bia wo ho ye se wo hwe me fi wo sitting room or office wo phone so ana wo laptop so ni nyina ye nyina ye ho ye me da ase se wa gebre ehwe ensem esisi ene ye kasa efa ye examination ho ana examination more practice ye ko ye education sector Monday no anase juada no na ejumeko bi omo nhye aban ase omo de documentary anase expose bi about out efa examination more practice say ye tro ensohwe na ye wie mu ne ye nim say ye school fo na ye sana ka ye teachers yi omo atwe school fo no anase school fo na so ne abeto dwa ne say teacher fo ka ho headmasters fo ka ho awofo kra na omo tifie no so tua Emma yeje de ye fe na apono ye ko school na ye fe na apono ni nyina omojibe ansa na aseye na omo kwan so omo set up exams ne kra edema school for no so omo so ehunu bomu ene ye be hwe expose ya edumeko bi a enhya aban ase ye fe omo corruption watch for edi abetudwa ye ne omo bedi nkita ho no omo akyerechire mu kwan omo fo aso a omo ye omo hwehwemu ne ye ntwe ye ho ne ye mbra ye twe ho ne ye ba ye de ni nyina ebebro medidi akosia asabia asmeni ensem esisi so ena we negusu a ohwe Nda wasese watwe na yakwaba sena mede atudwa dada no ene ye hwe examination more practices we ye schools especially the second cycle schools SHS schools no outdoor no ena no joada ena jumeko bi a ensha ban ase ye from corruption watch for documentary bi eba na documentary no mo de ba no mo chema 2021 wasi exams no omo investigations bi a omaye efa school mienu bi wo Bono region abeto dwa se ye nchon so na ye wie mu no ase kana na bi akoso a involve the headmasters of these schools teachers school for any awofo ye wo skebe ye twato a utua se sika no na tese exams no ye leaky papers no de ama school for we na dente ne koye kasa asem wasem se se ye hye ne ye stop no efi se me no kasa ukọ some countries Ghana for etu kwan da no wo de wo certificate efi Ghana kwa ya na sheda omo sheda engine to say other countries. It's a fact. I'm speaking from a fact and experience. It's not some countries no kwa na say wo ko na koye courses bi wo country ni mu ansa na ebetimi afa wo adwuma. But the same certificate no other countries they bar straightforward ni age omo no mo da ye adwuma some more practices nyina ka ho bi enu nti na ese nti ese say ye tu ase se na ebe ya ye certificate de ma ye wo Ghana ha no wo di tu kwan ko amanone a wo betimi de koye adwuma papa wo ho na sebe wan ko twitwi nchansi mu anase wan ko dwale efunu I'm not saying say wo no mo ye say adwuma no ye look down upon them but some certificate no wo de kwa ya na ensompo ye ne nkofo a sa adwumadi anase expose anase investigations corruption watch for no ye ne ombedi nkita ho ne ye bisa omo ade na two schools we pe e no mo target omo I mean time be no mo ye we no investigations no dey eno mu hu ye omo recommendations sen omo wie ye no stakeholders we education sector mu no omo de omo expose ya komo omo ana what are the response ni nyina no ye de ebetudwa edi amount ebiem no so no ye correspondent a Bono region wo school no ba komo sisi a me ne wo kase ye ne headmaster wo school no ebedi nkita ho ebetwese ne school for no so betimi edi nkita ho ana omo at expose no omo tie no den omo so omo wo eka fa ho ma ye kohwe documentary no kakra ye kohwe kakra bi na ye mbra ye ba ye ne mpanyefo bedi ho kita ho edi afa ho
and now every hour and if I have been, I will satisfy I will sacrifice them before I do, but they are working. What is one would be around my face in the left of me? I've seen it. And now for you, it was better. It was better. Cannot come in that book. And fully clear about that one. On the end of the kind of way we now have everybody. I don't have to tell you. Can say, I will let them take you to your class. But I won't say. Don't listen. No. We'll be at your bed. We'll be at your bed. Ade. There were 9 assistant supervisors. 9 assistant supervisors. I will be out to go. I don't think there's no point to go and they will say the man is coming. Asa, and not before someone else. Guy, what? I say, if they see something, they can't close their eyes, but they want an oath for it.
All right, enti teacher ba ko na we hu se ni buafo me se ohun se bibi yesi no ni buafo ne school for no ekasasa no yenya papa na na se adwumako na ehya ban ase na omo ye investigation na e be so munyina into details na ha no den na teacher na tinti a ni buafo na school for no ekasasa yen ko hwe headmaster ba ko a ono so school school mienu ne ho kan ya ono so okasa yen ko ti ono so na yembra.
You are tired. I'm planning to take us. I'm catch up with me. I'm planning to if you catch a two year card about only so. Don't go on man. After that, we are not one. No money very now. We are making a person be able to push saving country. Why are you say you're full of one can say meeting everyone? Why are you going to be able to many after it? You no money now. Well, you could buy video motivation or more.
All right, enti video ya wo share corruption watch for no omo investigations omo koye na yaje permission omo ho a ye bobi de actual wa enti ye bo bits and pieces ne ye de amount say me di kan tu dwa no ye hwe anim say ye ne journalist ba ko a omo ewo project so a omo koye investigation no ye ne no ebedi nkita ho na wa cheche mu nia esiye ewo ho de eti na omo ko ho then prompt omo that those particular 2 schools in the Bono regions no widespread across the country and as these 2 schools pe na ye wo school ne say be chomo teacher for you to be my past papers the my what is different from the na ye ni mu dada say past papers na school na koto de abreye na your parents kwa tu na mo ato de abreye na teachers na share how to answer similar questions and no you're different from whatever they've done now no what is the difference no ye bibisa no na wa cheche ni nyina mu e de amaye ebiem no so no ye wadwumeko ba ko so omo nsha aban ase omo dia ne se yen kasa ana yenya research na ye emfa ya dusua ho e wo man mu edu watch Africa omo nipa ba ko so wo ha ye ne bedi nkita ho omo de ne de omo say recommendations na aba no omo hwe say the stakeholders na education sector no edi ebeye adwuma ye ne omo so ebekasa ansa na ye reporter wo Bono region akodu school ba ko Duada so senior high school and technical wakodu ho a ono so ene de bedi nkita ho afa ensem we nyina ho entene no pack program ni nyina ne se ye hwe corruption watch for expose and some documentary omo de aba efa malpractices examination malpractices especially 2021 wasi exams senior high school for no etroye school mienu bia ewo Bono region ache some de ti enwia nsohwemu no si enwia nsohwemu no na te say eno de edi twam itene no ebedi hu nkita ho na ye ne omo akasa ye hwe anim say ye ne Mr. Esiama bedi nkomo na answer na no ye wo guest e wo studio ye ne no ebedi kita ho afa ono so ahwe bi omo so ye education for omo share aban asenti no ye nyina ye hwe so omo so den omo waka fa ho na omo expect say bibi say ebetimi esia na omo say omo hwe say the stakeholders ne be probi recommendations recommendation ebi ni de omo de na omo so omo ate efa recommendation ho ni nyina no ye ne omo ebedi nkita ho enti no ye hwe se ye ni Madam Claudia Diodu or research fellow African Watch Education right African Education Watch or no a research fellow ewo. Good morning. Na apomo to say me da say ubedu nti you correct guess pa de you abedu nti o correct say we say when you present you be kasa for so what's in your documentary ni bi
mpacho I my documentary no
it's mo share no mo initial comment ni say
oh yeah dear esan say ye djuma ye taye abri bia nti no anya ye wanwa bebre esan say yankasa so 2021 na mu no na ye wo grounds no so ye monitor the way exams no na kono ye kra yetimi elidi 2021 me kai 15 September ye petition CID the Director General of CID with very tangible information say inyeme bi akokɔ so ankrofo bi wo social media ni WhatsApp groups omo marketing questions ni ade nti na ye hwe ni mu se nka omo be take issue no up ama nka 2022 mu ide nka ne na ye be di hu nkomo ne se insesan aba now so prosecution of such people no a delay per our investigation as at now no yenye sure say nipa ba kokran po ho a ya prosecuting e beka say odem.
Are you saying say those exams now WhatsApp groups to say na ye no cra say indeed e buy exams
e buy 2021 e buy inti eno na ye hu ye na ma yetimi e ka say questions ye hu bi ye hu no time say that say omatro we na buy the same thing na buy inti ye appeal and a petition na ye de ma CID no kromo forward de ma cyber security for no na ka ye hwe ni mu say o omo be probia ma omo de nkrofo yi be fa mra kwan so na ade to betwa but ankoba na sa na mo ye be commend omo because BEC no so ye no one of the recommendation is omo fa tighten security from the printing to the distribution because e na leak no there are so many ways paper no examination malpractice
so especially from printing to distribution
and them have foreknowledge of the questions inti omo the NIB National Investigation Bureau ekbeka police for no ho inti BEC last year ba kokore ni ho leak if there was malpractice it wasn't from the leakage it be from colluding with supervisors invigilators heads of institutions coming in eno de ye betimi aka say bi betimi esi but say ye beka say paper na eliki pa de BEC yensinti no na ye hwe nim say this year so omo wa be hwe BEC wasi yasi no edu watch the release aba say aban hwe na on maintain NIB before no as touch up to the police service no na yema security no questions. Yeah, the expose and I said documentary. No, because it was just something that was there. People needed to just have a feel of the real thing happening on video.
So, what can say printing now? Why for almost special almost special designated printing houses? Be yes, had any more.
Was and there is police people supporting their work. Empona still na leaking. Inti no BEC no omo de NI before no koka police for no ho right and from the investigation and the monitoring we did we realized that the questions didn't leak questions na kasa de leak inti so bi catch obi say we be bakra amba
all right so let's go back to 2021 was it there no are you saying say it was widespread
especially with the subjects that a lot of students write like the core subjects like core maths Inti banasa you see that question maybe why yeah platforms I'm not permitted to talk about the areas we get information from. Ebi or platforms no cry you can force sending message even on Facebook because someone say you're advocating for the credible examination to be written. No more say bibi koswa no ma ato yenkra inti yenya information say ne maybe say questions na kasa kwa yetimi nyebi na ye de ato wo he say omo tro wi a enwa na beba na say different ebe abekọ na enwa na
beba ye beba na ye gusua ne wedding kita ho yiye ye nko zoom na ye na ye correspondent e wo bono region ene no ending kita ho menya ne ntie se wakopie mu wo Duadaso Senior High and Technical School ye nko ne nkodi nko Ora Ruben good morning
Good morning.
Anope wo what is saying?
Oh, iho adome ho ye pa na ba chomo so e.
Okay. Menya ne ntie se wakopie mu wo dua da so senior high and technical school no kra bi wo.
Me pa cho ha momo ye All for Christ
Okay.
senior high and technical school.
All for Christ. Okay. No wo he papoten.
Eno wo brekum wo ko brekum a wo area bi e for say kato ebe immigration for barrier amasi e wo ho a.
All right. Enti ukodu school on feeling it say omonim say bibi expose bi say aba. Omate. Okay, yeah, zoom no every.
That's okay.
All right. Munya abotema ya baby ono kwanwa oh kwanwa pa iti no ye be chinchim fidie na etimi ene no akasa ye na ya hwe se okodu school ho no All for Christ senior secondary and technical school ho no okodu ho no dey omate school for no kra bia te se bibi se omu school no ya mention omo efa expose bi hu say na headmasters ana say administration wo headmaster and teachers wo no so no omanya entie bi wo mu ana e be ko back na ene no akodi nkita ho na one ye edikita ye ni na kasa fa ho so benya headmaster ne be kasa student na wo no so no ye ni obi be kasa ye ni omo so e be kasa na so ha de wo studio da me ne Madam Claudia Diodu oye research fellow emma eye edu watch for ewo omenimo so omo ye nhwehwemu efa bibibia efa eye education ho ewa haseti na wo ka che me say 2021 no na nti because of what amuhu ye nnya mo so mo research akwa mo ye nti no report we buy na say documentary buy no anya mo wanwa
ya na eye bi mu say eye nipakuo bi pe na say omo hwe na exams no eye credible but nya edu what
say be dia mi fa ne say wayek for
iti e kasa ye jaya ma wayek nko a enye yiye because obia ye wo individuals ye wo teacher for ye wo awofo a omo contribute ma problem no eti senate ye wo schools a omo timi ma awofo tue sika se wutua na emre no so a ya mobi aboa oba eno sa no se nka awofo no etwe omo ho no mo entua nke bia omo behwa mankola na esua dia in fact ufi basic school ko secondary school teacher for e secondary school say nkola na e ba na nse omo mbo mo ho modern omo fi secondary school no mo call university for complaining said the quality of the students you are bringing no e ba form now be say integrate no mo nya no wen.
Okay,
what kind of future are we preparing for these children into no your best way say all other stakeholders.
All right, yes, I come back to Zoom na your network na science akọ. Oliver, yes, am akwa babiem. Na mi bisa say ukodu. Yeah, na mi bisa say ukodu school ho no. Mood ne te san omati bibi say documentary bi apie form school ni ho ana ye All for Christ senior high school and technical school.
You no crepa na bra me kodru ho do da de ekon de say in fact nipa na oje me kura me bo mama de say oh me free original TV na baba na me ne omo ba betwetwe nkomo de free sa report bi a AP abonti no cause am say na omo sha say omo bisa me question say authority be na me wo to ho na ma me ho kwan say betumi ba ho da sa that kind of thing I say na reception is very hostile and initially no na me to me boka say oh mo na mo anya asem na ye ba be boa mo na ya hwe trent ne niam na fe se mo na mo ka de ya na ye be kọ ho ansa na ntia say ye adwuma sa ne mo na ye be kasa ntina ya de o mo di kan ate sa report no ya se asan so ahwe bi o TV fro bi so dada nti sa na ekosi ye na ne nyina mu no kobai say na ne me kọto no na all see headmaster na nan mu no o tiase so na me be kasa na wa kire ne mu a kire me bi say oye call bi call no ya na nipa na ma na kwan say on me nkasa
Right.
Afei ma hyehyɛ me mfidie ene me niam nyina ewo ho atwitwa shorts ne ade awie a me ba be kasa pɛ ena prɛ ko a osan ka kire me say wase nya ko foforo say yase ma obon ene me enkasa na de me be hu ye ne say teacher for hodo no mo ha obi ani mu asesa agye say o mani nye enho say me ba ho sɛ mba bɛyɛ bibia ɛte saa na Osha omati asam no na enya omoso nkentenso kakra. Anu nti na mo aye broni be kasa very careful and vigilant I won ema bi a e be free omo school no ho akọ abonten. Na ne nyina mu no de mekoto wo school no mo me hu se nkwala ne de omo nam ho amodi omo nwuma ahodo. Omo e dormitory omo ekodi breakfast ekodi breakfast e de ade. Na wo hwe nkwala no so animu a hu se resource na say report na ba abonten research no and just say enko yie mfa ma omo nti wo yesa wo ben obi kura ne di nkomo a na omo atwetwen omo ho em say ya ma omo wa ne sem omo ne omo ni mu omo sa ne ni nkomo bi sa na akwa akwa asem amre omo em say no nti ana ma sabre ya me guso ka say de ma free omo ma free school no mo ho ama ba be gina ekwan no enchen school na nim ho ba bi na me ya report sesi yi na metumi aka sesi bia say anka nipa na no OC headmaster na mu no ready say ankwane mebe kasa no no so ne sam kan ne say enro anko a na o sha ase say o take over as acting headmaster e school no mu enti teacher for nka for ne course onya ne kire say manen kasa de no so ni tumi bia obetumi eneme akasa
okay Oliver Jinaso ba me o say ne de say headmaster na owo ho no yeyi no
I just say ye no na mom no we tie na chi kakra sana no pa kire no say ono we tie na chi nti ono no na wa ba obesi headmaster no anamu a o hwe nti yenim say yi na ye ni no mpeso be kan wo me de be nim but nipa na me ti so friend na de na aye school ni wura no na ofre ya aye private school nti school ni wura no na ofre ya na ona na kasa nti sana e ko ba ye I don't know
okay na ye say headmaster na o tia ne na chi no na say sa documentary nti ene wan koto no wo ho a ye di act na be ya na wo de wa so toto form a
eno na sanka eye question kesi ana mebisa but omo nye ready so be kasa yi asem bia no enso de eye ma yi ne say mfitiase na mekoduru ho a ni nyina chenchirechire mu ni ade ye adwuma no nipa na o se o mu as headmaster na o hwe eji o ye bibia a chese otia se so be kasa ejire afei all of a sudden na wasan sesa na adwen se dabi ya waka so ne no we for do be yan bia almost no mo anim be kasa facial expression no na enkoyi an chakra ichi ebinu kra na ebije so omo minim ni ade ni na se omo atana se asen adwene ho se anya ade so mo be grant intake
all right wo potem ho na wo regi ho na wo sa school we obi be ka say what say eba say ye twi apokonkon a omo da so pa na ana when the first time report when the first time what and what say omo de ye ka popa de a esi omo na so
no kwasam pa no say we any first time amate bibi etesa ha menyanti bibi sa te say mete sa asem we anokura ka ho nti na ma mitumrika pa bebedru ha ya aya me ya say omo ntumi embie ne ma so ankyira yen say ni na call so na woka apotwe de a metumi aka say survey no sankombe tumi aye no ma ye ni yi a ere nya schools mienu pe we say yankasa no say do exam times na say be call rounds a de me hu no ere nya schools mienu we yi pe anka de ebetumi aka say other schools bebre a ebetumi abobodi ya be ka ho bi we say at times utumi hu say obi ehye baabi anaso obi ye bibia na vigilators bi nso atumi abu omani agu so a wo hwe a na standard sa na esanka ensesanka akwa ne sa nanso se de akwa nyina ne se eba bibi sa metumi aka say ye yiyimu kakra ye yiyimu kakra na ese omomi enu pe schools mi enu pe obono rege ha sa na me de enka metumi aka
no one a mo yes sa de
no na di mu akote pa de a fine and omo hwehwemu a
all right one a mo yes investigations ye ne ba ko be kasa be bisa no say enti question na no pa nya na me ka ye share program na so enti na these two schools no omo center omo ebia no omo reason ti enya papa na ye ne no ebedi nkita ho ba na mom enkwansa kusua ho wo say day student wom enti wo say day student for ni bi ba na wa twe omo na wa prompt yen near no omu edding kita Hawaii, Oliver. Tete school na ni mu hona tete Adriana se hona day student for ni be by all means. Unyanya ba kwa pe maye na ye hu be se ye how the students are feeling. Because some hona wo school din ashuta baby ase mo de apon kwa na munimu ye nti be se ye hu omo moral ene omo demeanor omo te eye sa story nti no de tete enim hono ma ye enko school wo no ma pa bibia mo utim Adriana se hona te ho ma ye day student for ni bi ba na wache ba ku mienu bi na wa prompte ye kola ene so ne ye ne journalist ba ko a odi investigation mu akotene pa oye adwuma ne corruption watch for na eye adwuma omo no mokoye investigation si ewo eye bono region nya no wa ahoma no so yenko na ye ne no enkodi nkita ho owura esiama ewo line so owura esiama good morning.
Good morning no mnyaba
na mpacha no pe wa pomu te sen
Erata da roma ne ho ye na mo so
adomara kwa question na me bisa say then prompted this investigations
well ade a friend examination malpractice no ina ye nim say ade bia afibia yetro examsa ana say school for cultural and social etwato yento aso school for almost of etwato e friend was you afibia ade friend malpractice na say apo agrofonya na omudi wia so hwemu no eho nsem epie abonten na baye mfie mienu ne nsa ne dem say Africa Education Watch so na omo so aye report binum a omo kire say said the name akoso no eya agensem enti afie twemu no bosome baye ensun no mo taunsa bosome no mo na obi ya sutire say schools bi ebopo omobabua school for amomatro and social and I feel okay and I be hwese e betinya ye hu bibia na eye din man efite ye dwen hu say e nkofoma na ye koye na say ampa say eye saa ye de hu nsem ba ebian na ebisi afa nkwara no social no results no ho na enti ye bobo hu ana ye say actually ye hu say o ebi ho na parents ni bi kra na sa wofo no ebi eka ho a omo ni mu say na school ni to so mo ye enso no mo masuka amoma kutua da kwa nkwara ni bi so ho mo nkasa ni say na school ni be ye na omo pechi side ntino na omo do mo ho akoforo mti ye say ene wo mbre mu kra no obi ani ho say onya bone ho mfaso enti se wo ye bone a uhia so twe enti awu uhia se ye badwen se school for na e bi hu ba kire omunti no ye nkonko ye duma ana ye si mu se ne kwakoye ni ahwe se ye tete no ye saa na afisu ye si journalist bian so nye aduma bia watimi twe saa ne ba bi agu video so ana se we audio krama ye hu se de ye tete no yampa na se nyampa na se koso kra magnitude ana ne kasiye tesen tie no ni motivation ma ye call ye se ye kwakoye se adwuma.
Okay, first it was a tip off.
Precisely.
All right, it leads me to my next question. I say, and no answer my next question. Say, why those two schools in particular? Of all the schools in the country, of all the schools in the BA, no, why those two schools? It's a tip off ninety, and I'm call that those two schools, no, right?
Yes, tip off ninety near call those schools, but we share documentary now. You can say, yes, Juma was Ashanti region, and Bono region,
right?
Sahel regions nearly. We know as a meeting malpractice, sorry, teaching in private schools, no. And I want to say Sahel regions nearly so almost so in terms of even landmark, no, almost so far.
Okay.
Almost schools they bring so. Now you need the greater accuracy, but the greater.
All right.
But because I tip off now working with no. you cannot just get up and go to any school and say, my big now, me, but just say, okay. But sometimes there be a tip of a free, region Albania free, a honor, will narrow down. No, in fact, schools there, we worked on many, but at the end of the day, you settle on about 4.
All right.
2 in Ashanti region and 2 in Bono. And Ashanti region, the young fan to get, he said, a human, you said, and we were. And maybe I better alcohol.
Okay.
Until I am petty the body.
Okay.
Maybe I will be better than one, and also I can say, okay, I am in school, and I say, I am in school. And also because here and we are fair, say, you do be better to
job. Okay. Yeah, meaning to know your money tell. Me who say, Obi on share documentary, like us on share visuals, and I always spend ya, more copy more these 2 schools, Then they say, ye tueska as a parent tueska. Na omo de atọ papers e de ama school for na but che ho ni mu ye maye.
Okay, and first of all 2 levels school there near 2 levels. Ba ko ye de ye friend of pre-exam cheating arrangement.
Okay.
A certificate admission of students. Ye share the others of, for instance, a boy school no school omo run free SHS. Na che sabo free bi obeko en so tua school fees. But you will say, oh, per se, join school, no, where the watchro exams ni be that. One year, and now subject you over and cool years are, oh, per se, we are for. As a time, Kawaii and Shisha Mono, Okocho private candidates way. Now, so who will be over now, yes, Kamana. They are 2,000 last year, normally 2,600. Nipa Bakubia. No more board, they were ashamed. It's even though school near free SHS, I ain't your fees, no. Yeah, obi be disca won chain, not the way room. Now so you be more school uniform free. School uniform na abanye pia card ya de be ma. Kai so say school candidate na abanye pia registration fee ni mo exams no. Enti sa ni pa no obi a disca no. E na o register obi di na aka number no. Meanwhile no abanye bon sa aka no. Sa ni pa is not giving the money to. It is a certificate admission. Okay. The more for Christ is say okoko no also be journey 3rd year. It's a school candidate who here they have a continuous assessment mark, which is 30%. Almost special charge for continuous assessment. No more generative assessment in the amount. It is a pre-exam cheating arrangement. Almost 30 platforms view of social media. Almost invigilated. I say drew exams now. Subject teacher ever answer question. Now you trap questions in the picture. There are 2 platforms. So now invigilator be able answers no. It will general students anymore to dictate mount. And the during exams nankasa no, omo dictation year 1, omo dictate answers no. Number 2, omo photocopy answer sheet no. The omo answer normal the among students no. It you tape no the other system for instance omo show English no. So be na mu no be some say when I comprehension. If say obi answer ni nyina go paper so. And yeah, photocopy near the amount students in who we are near amount the next part of the paper. Now it's actual. Those are the things that do math, for instance, all for Christ no. And the math formulas near the womb. It will be dictating manwa
right.
It the and say you are board so exam hall na a classroom na normal day yen. And no dear to answers no board so. Emma almost hold 2 exams na copy it. Say the nka wa ba school a teacher Emma note a obetro go board so na wa copy.
Okay. It's when you na you say who students no betu asign.
All for Christ, for instance, almost of admission fee. We a day student it was about 410 cedis. And now we say board it was about 510. Now Moji at the your friend is saying continuous assessment fee of 250 cedis. The other so students are now near form do almost 2,600 and almost the room. I say almost paper bia ubetiaska. Say so we register nobody mind invigilators and said they be invigilators and become not to non-betting abua students. And he were all for Christ, paper beyond metro be now in 20 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Uti video na school proprietor and Krapoka. But what the other son, a range here, there was a range from 30 CDs to about 100 CDs, depending on paper crown or much.
And sir, I mean, investigations some Modia Bay, Modia mother appropriate stakeholders. Omo
as I say, almost share no month. Ebi mo so over stakeholders we are no mu di nkomo and sana work na kwaba out. Nti by ex ye ko interview.
Okay.
Interview ni mo ma amo kire ye. Two schools na ye come once there no mo huna first two schools no. Ye ko yes but omo ntimi ni ye nkomo. But actually no work ba ye no ya ministry ho. But ye did two about last week ni there. Ye engage you after that. Before Nana working out there, we engaged a lot of key stakeholder institutions. Your next plan will be engagement, but that will be somewhere from next week. You better have a copy of the documentary Jakoma, various key stakeholder institutions.
Okay. So, what major recommendation about this expose? Give me about one or two major recommendations.
Okay, media humanitarian journal. But meeting actually the Omwa, no more being common in our money. Yan the effort say Adi we to see a son. The corruption watch, way pillars are the Juma Bako, your friend punishment. Your person who said there's punishment for anybody who is part of this perpetration of examination malpractice. Said the Amrana Chese, Esisi schools, a quiet said the Omofasum. And penny for Yanata. Number two, you're afraid to be payback. I know you're one of the pillars we work with. Say, Obifa Bonusu, Enyam Faso, Ewa Banjuma Hua, and Sesenko Nya, Esisi a different in Chen. And he by bit to take the other one, Omati, Omomu scheme, a BA account, Almodi Giska. A fetch, even though there's 3 SHS, Omodi Giska fa, a film Kadahu Gumon. In fact, I hope say my students, my final year students will be at 300 cities. That was a regular student. Will be at 300 cities. And that's why I am saying we do so. Some California, I see a show. You can't do a munya. I see a jiffy of oneself. Now, yes, you may be no more say. Ofa critic coin so an aqua bonus, for so be a little near Jeffrey. And you have punishment. And I almost see a baby on 7% you should pay back. I face you should reform. As I say, it's examination system, and such that a wound has to be the Papunapo, and send with natural paper. And I see discouraging or more years.
Okay. Okay. Ora Frederick Siama, you better was say, but Naka person be say response from the stakeholders after the release of the expose no say. But I will say from next week, na mobile proper engagement. Into no, ye need to wait ya, ye person ya boa. Na system no ye cleaning up so na be ya so na me kan no who get a certificate from Ghana, any school from Ghana with the tra Ghana borders e be ye valid na se be ye emu be ye dru e ma what media nya adwuma no next week no we will engage you more on response of stakeholders no anopay ye da se waje bre na one ye edi nkita ho ora Frederick Siama right ora Frederick Siama ay investigative journalist edema corruption watch project no or say I am investigative ni kan na nipa nkofo suro no pa ye be no so ye fe no profit no ye da se wajebre e de amaye I mean just say enya asem kito free SHS no apply to private school na wo no but still ways and means of taking I mean sika every parents.
Yeah, it's your system now you're running. Let me say supervision and monitoring should be looked at again. Say school free SHS. I will form him say I buy it year registration for BEC, WASI for your children. It is say to me was car ye day echo treat your name away and then I emphasis cano. Ancient qualan education mu ento materials on be here the Asian ye no market trapase. That is where I have a big challenge. Say yenim system ne so yetua we ma yetua we nti won so okasa no okasa private schools no e ho pa na siketua no edoso because e ho no parents nim say ho yetua sika but public school no siketua no enhye da nye too much na but ho so we can't say session because so there are other means of malpractices. People writing on the board in for ma kwan man kola
de me examination hall na
mobile phones
good board ni so nyina ye answers to questions e were
I mean it's
when our research no I didn't know more sir. Is it because someone have enough time to complete a curriculum no and I say the students are just not learning because when it's at the end of the term no they be no answers to the questions out here.
The perception the children of today have about exams the way your system no running with Krum Hanankasa is very poor. Students be catch me that in 2020 one of the students and the near fika crack catch me basic school JHS or so madam say afi we there nya de obia enye school obia benye school ni be akọ because election year and I was like
wow I see
more idea we edenam kroma then it means that one kasa no won ho modin po ensua de a teacher for say wonim say why wa afemu de wo soro ahomachi eko school ko kire wa de the next thing to do is to relax for the children to go and make you proud me catch them students say some boa we exams hall de and then come me de fie mama nchire time no so a na me be boa we exam because it's an insult for me to wake up every morning come and teach na edumre say wusu na unko pass na fa enunyam se kakra mbre me na me send we chin fa me certificate na mako sua de we university enya no e fa me di agro.
Can we also say those schools in the remote areas na e ya no mu ni akade na ye de e be kire ma de ni wie and also can ho be na owners of the schools and as a headmasters ni teachers just to make sure some so a private school so no so making the profit it say school no ka so we are there it some ko to them more.
That is why the Director General of the Ghana Education Service here friend into your conversation be able say BC you know is for everybody who call the best school in Ghana who call the worst so muna na muni teachers so you are answering the same questions. So as one of the recommendations that ebema yanko say body na say answer to omo na mo the ranking aba it was very unnecessary.
Ranking of the schools
ne omo performance.
Meanwhile
we say a class 4 for exam so answers it was very unnecessary. Into a competition here unhealthy. Director be a person in the district e born homodin until you see them encouraging people or mombo ankola no and last year anya there so teacher no so nim say bia ne subject ya anya there ye baby sana and they do time na ono so nkope bibi nye but and fire nko si baby a emma ye underestimate your problems and once you underestimate the problem you underestimate the solution ebia na your system your curriculum your niema you use to the child and you're right but we are making the results so we are not making them know that the system or the curriculum that we are using is not helping. So almost some solution with the brain but say your mom who said no these schools are in the deprived areas they are not doing well and it's basically because there are no teachers there are no textbooks the road to that place is very poor so teachers don't accept posting there now ma almost start innovative means of bringing them up. Now say your best one na you provide them with the necessary materials they need. Now at the end of the day you'll be ranking them with schools in Accra that have everything now. Then they also start looking for dubious means of making it. Yes. Inti your best say your ranking ya your manning specific to areas. Say area we say no moti who rank your mokra. She said the conditions there are the same.
Per more investigation, that's a more yes, investigations are my year about Sunny. I will consider this a BC, you know, there were tight security, you know. Are you confident that this expose, you know, the Ministry of Education, Ghana Education Service, WAEC, be taking very serious about this? Are you confident per more than a buyer?
Just I think on the 30th of June we made another release when WASI was about commencing, say 2021. Yes, yeah, Parliament Select Committee. Yeah, the petitions near dear choir and no more near mana some of them have still not been implemented. Yes, where I say those who were engaged in such malpractices, no. Yeah, prosecute more. Aside that, the investigation should be made public. Engaging so that corruption in examination will be a high-risk venture for anybody to dive into. But you said some recommendations have been taken. What's in the artist, they will serialize the questions into number one and number one. It's the best fra. Send a bear, so be now can all be answers. And painting a very difficult for you to do it. It's a good thing. We are applauding them. We are also hoping, say, still a use to NI before no share question security from printing to distribution. Now I think so. GES for ni invigilators ni adieno. Yebema omati asese. There are people watching. And yeah, they are me. I engage in it now. Scot free. It's against the GES rule. A code of conduct say ube boa kwalaman wechiti. Those involved, the law should deal with them. Yeah. And then you say they'll be transferred. No, it should be something that is very difficult for you to avoid. Like, yeah, see
the passion I want the eyes or the kasa. Very passionate about education. Finally, a time now. So before we have our corner, education. Mona moya research from basic to higher levels. No. What do you make of our education system now?
I think the world is running ahead of us.
Oh, ahead of Ghana?
Yes. The world is running ahead of us, and we have a long way to go to catch up. We are talking about schools that children are still sitting on the floor to write. We are talking about schools that once there is a change in the weather, they close down. So we can't. Thank you. Yeah, can't school. In say we mu sesaka crap and say ye pon. In so kaya hihye curriculum say week we obeye we e china obeye we. Sa nyama we ye do mre say aban e ka say ansa na me free school we say school no won. No wo KG. No wo we or toilet facility or wo nsuo or computer lab or we or teacher for or more bungalow. Say na be ya a complete set. Na near course we crossing irrespective of where you are no. Education in Kayubi apart, but we keep widening the gap between the rich and the poor. It is a who nibi now when you're privileged, now say what you are catering. Your best to say your curriculum, your review, new one about 3 years on the line, no textbooks are in for you to teach with them. We need a revamp of the whole system.
All right. It's Madam, they say we need a revamp to say education, say your system. Yen Kenyemu, okay, that's the word. Yen Kenyemu, and yes, system. Also yen Kenyemu, the education, it's to me. You need the world and yen catch up because I say no. I say we are so no giant about education. I had to do this me that so we just pray na o share yet Madam Claudia Diodu I say or your research fellow Edema Edward. You need Ora Frederick Siama and also a journalist or ye Juma Efa. Documentary I bet you said 2 schools are bono regions say more more practices in it I say a reporter a course school all for Christ Senior High School technical or call her a day up to date a day every immediately apostle Sabia Sumi. That team now Cynthia Cans they produce me any all the team MCL control any newsroom Obibiara or support that's another revealing topic Eddie Abro, Koswana share original TV. About do me no the news papa ebebro no sia news in so programs in na the bro if original TV. Bye bye, Macam.